Now, most of my time is spent training leadership. But where does leadership start? With yourself. If you cannot lead yourself, you cannot lead somebody else. And I love that quote. I cannot remember who it's from, so I'll claim it as my own. I think it's actually from the Bible, so I better not do that. But it says, he who thinks he leads but has no followers is merely taking a walk. Now, you have to decide, are you taking a walk or are you leading? There was a woman once who had a problem with her son. Her little boy, he was about 5, 6 years old, and he was eating too much sugar. And she knew that this was bad for him. So what she did was she thought, if I make the long journey from where I live to where Gandhi preaches under a tree in India, he was famous for teaching under this tree, Gandhi will tell him to stop eating sugar and he may listen. So she takes him at great expense and took a great time to get there. I think it was about a 4-hour journey for her. She gets there, he finishes teaching, she goes up to Gandhi and says, Mr. Gandhi, introduces herself, says, I want you to tell my son to stop eating sugar because he's eating too much of it. Gandhi looks at the little boy, looks back at the mom, looks back at the boy, looks back at the mom, and says, Madam, I want you to come back precisely in 2 weeks' time to this very spot. She thinks, okay, well, it's Gandhi, he must know what he's talking about. I'm a little bit upset about it, but I'm going to do it. 2 weeks' time, she comes back, same journey, at great expense to her. He finishes teaching. She goes back up to him and says, hi, Mr. Gandhi, do you remember me? He says, I remember you very well, madam. She says, I want you to tell my son to stop eating sugar. Listen to the principle and the lesson, because here it comes. I want you to tell my son to stop eating sugar. He looks at the little boy and he says, little boy, I want you to listen to your mom and stop eating sugar. She looks at Gandhi and says, why couldn't you tell me that 2 weeks ago? Did you know I came here at great expense and great time to get here? He said, madam, 2 weeks ago, I was eating sugar. And that's how we need to lead people. We cannot ask somebody to do something that we're not willing to do ourselves. We need to lead by example. The word leader should be spelt like servant, and it's called servant leadership. You choose. You choose whether you want to be a person of substance or a person that crumbles at the first sign of adversity. Thank you.